Hey, I'm Dr. Cade Wilson with Skoped. I'm here to talk to you today about just kind of how our Skoped Micro came about. And so 5 years ago, I came to know Skoped, a company, well before I ever was a part of it, by being an outdoorsman. I was going on a trip with my family, and I wanted a way to show my kids what I was going to see on this trip. They were too young to go, and I wanted to share the wildlife we were going to see on a Colorado trip. So I bought a case and took it out, used a spotting scope, and had all kinds of footage of elk and deer and actually a few bears, and just really enjoyed getting to take that home. And on my drive back home, it's a long drive from central Colorado to Oklahoma where I live, I started thinking about, well, how am I going to use this product in my everyday life? What could I do? And so on that drive, I came up with a way to attach it to my microscope. And me by trade, I'm a veterinarian, and so I use a microscope every day. So I came up with an attachment and ended up eventually becoming a universal adapter onto the eyepiece that my microscope came with. And then here we are a couple years later, and we've come up with a product specifically made for microbiology, microscope work, pathology, veterinary work. It is so easy to use that anybody that lives, works through a microscope like I do, it should be a part of their life. So it starts with a case. We've got our microscope adapter, which is an eyepiece that fits into the disc of our phone plate. And so it just snaps in. We then take your phone. So in my case, I've got an iPhone. An iPhone just snaps in to the case. So now we've got our phone, we've got our microscope adapter, and the idea is that it replaces that eyepiece on your microscope, and then whatever you were looking at, right there, I like to run mine in video mode, there is what we are seeing. And so you can just adjust that and then move it around to whatever you're looking at to easily find whatever that is, whether in this case is an ear slide from an ear infection from a dog I saw in my office yesterday. I can take this back and I can teach my clientele, I can teach my staff if this is let's say this is a slide with neoplastic cells, I can share that with my pathologist, or I can video that and keep that for an electronic file. It's just a tool that in my life has become invaluable. In the world we live in today, not having to be together is really helpful. So this has become an invaluable tool in my life,